Hello everyone, my name is Kadek Dewi from class A2. Today I will present about active and passive voice. This is the table of content. Number 1 is present simple passive. Number 2 is present continuous passive. Number 3 is past simple passive. Number 4 is future simple passive. Number 5 is present perfect. Number 6 is past perfect. Number 7 is passive voice without be. Number 8 is passive of verb containing two objects. Number 9 is passive voice of sentence containing preposition. And the last is passive of verb with object and object complement. Okay, I will tell you about active voice. Active voice is used when the focus is on the subject or agent of the main verb. This is the person or thing doing the verb. And for the pattern, we can use subject plus main verb plus object. And for the example is million of people use cell phones to communicate. And this is the passive voice. Passive voice is a sentence whose subject is subject to an action or activity. The subject in the activity sentence will become the object in the passive sentence. The verb must change to a transitive verb. A transitive verb is a verb that requires an object to receive the action. And for the pattern, affirmative sentence use subject plus auxiliary verb plus past participle or verb 3 plus by plus object. For the negative sentence, use subject plus auxiliary verb plus not plus past participle plus by plus object. And for the interrogative sentence, use auxiliary verb, subject, plus past participle, plus by, plus object. The function of passive voice, the first is to describe the process. The second is to give confirmation to the news so that it feels more objective. And the third is to giving introduction in more academic or formal activities, such as letters, report, essays, and lectures. Okay, number 1 is present simple passive. Passive sentence emphasize the object and place the subject as the recipient of the action. In the present simple passive sentence, the verb used in the past participle form. For active voice, the pattern is subject plus verb 1 plus object. And for pattern for passive voice is subject plus to be plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For the example, for active voice is you wash the car every week. For the passive voice is the car is washed every week. Number 2 is present continuous passive. The pattern for active voice is subject plus to be plus verb be plus object. The pattern for passive voice is subject plus to be plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object. The example for active voice is my uncle is building a new house, and for the passive voice is a new house is being built. Number 3 is past simple passive. Past simple passive is normally used to talk about some complicated action in the past. In the passive voice, emphasis is put on the effect of an action rather than on the door. The pattern for active voice is subject plus verb 2 plus object. The pattern for passive voice is subject plus to be or was or were plus verb 3 plus by plus object. The example for active voice is the teacher corrected the mistakes. And for the passive voice is the mistakes were corrected by the teacher. Number 4 is future simple passive. Future simple passive is used to talk about an action that is going to happen in the future. In the passive voice, emphasis is put on the effect of an action rather than on the door. For the pattern for active voice is subject plus will plus verb 1 plus object. Pattern for passive voice is subject plus will be plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For the example, active voice is we will take the horse to the stable. For the passive voice, the horse will be taken to the stable. Number 5 is present perfect passive. Present perfect passive, generally, we use the passive voice when the focus is on the action and not on who or what is performing the action. The pattern for active voice is subject plus have or has plus verb 3 plus object. The pattern for passive voice is subject plus has or has. Have or has plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. The example for active voice is they have cleaned the clinic. For the passive voice, the clinic has been cleaned by them. Number 6 is past perfect passive. Past perfect passive is used to talk about action or events that happens before some moment or another action in the past. The pattern for active voice is subject plus had not plus verb 3 plus object. The pattern for passive voice is subject plus had plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For the example, for active voice is the little girl had broken the window. For the passive voice, the window had been broken by the little girl. Number 7 is passive voice without be. Sometimes we can use get instead of be in passive construction. For the example, for active, someone stole my car. Be passive is my car was stolen by someone. Get passive, my car was stolen by someone. Okay, number 8, passive of verb containing two objects. Many verbs can be followed by two objects, an indirect object and a direct object. The direct object usually refers to a person and the direct object usually refers to a thing. Two structures are possible. For the example for active is the salesman shows him, or indirect object, a new computer is a direct object. The active example, the salesman sold a new computer to him. The passive is he had sold a new computer, or a new computer was sold by him. Number 9 is passive voice or a sentence containing preposition. When we put an active sentence where a preposition follows after the verb, like break into, look after, and listen to. Into passive, the preposition remains immediately after the verb. For the example, for active voice, they look for the baby. And for the passive voice, the baby was looked for. And the last is passive of verb with object and object complement. A verb can either have an object or a complement in order to make the sentence meaningful. After some verb, the direct object can be followed by an object complement, a noun or adjective, which describe of or classifies the object. For the example, I was given a nice gift by her. A nice gift was given to me by her. Okay, that's all about my presentation. Thank you for watching.